Okay, guys, so I told you guys I was gonna share this other website with you guys, and I completely forgot to. So here's me explaining how to use it. I'll probably tell you guys everything else. Okay, so the website's called davidemlane.com. Depending on what you're trying to find would depend on how you're going to use it. So if you are doing the 7.1 or 7.2, the part 1 review, let me just pull it up in my notes. There we go. So like to find the area of things, you would make sure you're clicking right here on the area from a value. Extend that so you don't see the grades back there. Area from a value, so you use to compute your p-value. This is how you find your p-value. So you leave your mean at 0, you leave your standard deviation at 1. If it's a left-tailed test, you would go on below, and then you would say below whatever this is. This is actually example number 1. I think this is from, example number 2 from the beginning of the notes. So say you wanted to find the below negative 7.15. Okay, well then you'd hit recalculate it. It would shade it in. You can see it shaded in at a left-tailed test, and it tells you the area, which is also your probability. This would be your p-value right here, 0.0158, which I don't think y'all don't remember, that is the actual area that I put down on there, and you could always double check that too. If you're looking for a right-tailed test, you hit above, and it'll tell you above whichever value you want to do. The right-tailed test we did on this one, we did a two-tail. I'll do 2.50. And then if you change the value, just hit recalculate it. It'll make sure to shade it in correctly. You can see it as a right-tailed test, and it'll tell you what the area is in this little box. Another thing to note is if you are doing a two-tailed test, and your p-value is like, I think on this example, number 3, it said 2.15, you would go outside. And you can change these. So if it's 2.15 on the one side, it's going to be 2.15 on the other side too. Recalculate it. I believe we got the area on that one to be 0.03156, 0.0316. I rounded it a little bit earlier, but you can see it's on the outside. Remember, you will never use this between, because none of our tests. Below is a left-tailed, above is a right-tailed, outside is two-tailed. Those are the only three we're going to be using. Now, on this next homework, when you're trying to find your Z0, your critical value, let me go to that homework. Okay, that's an actual homework. I don't want to give that one away. Okay, so the very last page, the hypothesis test using the rejection regions, the 8-step one. So we had a critical value of negative 2.33. But the way you would get those is when you're trying to use that, find the critical value, you use value from an area. And then you put in the area positions right here. So I believe we said that we were going to use the area that was equal to our significance level, which was 0.01. So make sure you put that in, leave it at 0.1. It was a left-tailed test, so it was below. And you can see that it'll shade in the area below, and it'll tell you that your value is negative 2.326, which in this case we rounded to negative 2.33. You can double check this with the notes, but this is how you would use it. If you're doing a right-tailed test, if you did this one above, bam, it would give you a positive 2.366. So if it had been a right-tailed test, you would just hit above. If it's a two-tailed test, you hit outside. And it'll tell you what your two numbers are. So let me see if I could find. Did we have a two-tailed? Yes, we did. So on those homeworks that we had, like the rejection regions homeworks, I gave you guys the critical values, but this is how it would be. Like on example number 3, find the critical values and rejection regions for a two-tailed test with the area equal to 0.10. Now I believe you take 0.10, use outside, recalculate. Was that it? Yes. So you're just going to take that significance level on the two-tailed and put it in as your area and hit the outside, and it'll calculate it perfectly. And I had given you guys, that's example number 3, I had given that to you guys as this, and I would click over there and show it to you, but I'm pretty sure I'm in y'all's grades and assignments. But that is how you would use it. Again, you are not going to be using between. Above is a right-tailed test. You can see that. Below is a left-tailed test. Outside is a two-tailed test. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind that this should not start shading from like, you should not have something like this. This is not the kind of test that we were working with. You will not have your whole entire thing shaded. It's going to be, that'll do it too. But it's not, you're not going to be finding that area. You want the smaller area, which in this case, it would actually not be showing. So you would just put in 0 because that's too small of an area. Oh, hold on. Never mind. That's not even in. There we go. So it would show you right here. And that's how you would do that. So that's how you use this website to find your area, to find your p-value, and to find your critical value. It's just, it works the exact same way as our calculators did. Then stop recording. Come on. Oh, there it is.